So, what will you learn in this course? I'm going to basically outline the sections in a nutshell, because if I go through every single lecture and say, this is what you'll kind of learn in these lectures, we'll be here for an hour straight, if not longer. This course is looking like, at the current time of filming this, because I recorded and set up the entire course already, and then I recorded the introduction and the what you'll learn, or the course overview lecture like this. Obviously that makes sense logically. So I already know how long the course is going to be, so I don't want to waste your time and literally outline exactly every lecture, but I will outline the structure of the course in case you want to jump around, because some people obviously like to jump around and pick out specific lectures or sections, and that is fine. Obviously, I would recommend that you watch this course in order, because I've structured it in a way that I think you can understand it the best, go through the business model and understand what to do and how to monetize the quickest, get all the important information and pertinent information, and then slowly move through the course, okay? Jump around if you want to, but I'd recommend that you don't, okay? So the next section is going to be how to set up a YouTube channel for beginners. If you obviously understand how to set up a YouTube channel, then you can skip that obviously lecture. But it wouldn't behoove me to add a simple lecture like that in there for some people that might not know how to do that. If you obviously know how to do that, feel free to skip it, okay? Then we're going to talk about the differences in video content that you can use. So, video content with licenses that you're allowed to use, and video content that you're not allowed to use, and how to potentially alter the content that you're not allowed to use, and how to download the content that you are and use that as well, okay? And how to alter videos, and as well as a full example channel for this actual course. I literally created a channel and uploaded a bunch of video, a lot like you're going to be doing, just to show you how to do it for this course, okay? Then we'll move into monetizing your channel, the different ways that I recommend immediately that you monetize. Now, that's just a mini section on like monetization and how you can monetize immediately to start making money from this business model immediately, even before your channel is, monetized via ad revenue, right? Because there is a threshold to monetize via ad revenue, and we'll talk about that obviously there. You can get to it very, very quickly, because one of the benefits of obviously clipping content is that you don't have to spend a lot of time creating the content. It's already post-produced, so you can just do it very, very quickly, and you should be able to build momentum and traction very, very fast, okay? Then we'll move on to implementing the business model. So I'll show you the full run through of how I actually download the content, pull it off of YouTube, re-edit it, alter the videos, upload it to the channel, rinse and repeat. We'll go through a bunch of examples. We'll talk about what the sweet spot is on how many videos you should upload daily, weekly, monthly, potentially, and when. Then move on to creating professional looking thumbnails in 4 easy steps. You don't need to create thumbnails. Obviously, you'll see with the example channel, because it is just an example channel, I didn't actually do that. But obviously, ultimately, if you decide to go the thumbnail route, you'll be able to get a lot more clicks, a lot more click-through rate, and a lot more views, a lot more subscribers from your content, from your videos a lot quicker. So you just need to pick and choose if you want to do that. I recommend that you do, but you don't have to. But that section's really going to help you out create professional thumbnails, whether you want to use Photoshop and Lightroom or a free option like Canva. I go over both of them, okay? Then we'll talk about another beginner kind of section where I'll talk about how to upload the video properly to get the most views and optimize your potential evergreen, search results, as well as suggested on YouTube, because they're both very, very, very important, okay? Now, ultimately, a lot of people are going to understand a lot of stuff in that actual, section there, and that's totally fine. I recommend that you watch it anyway, because if you watch that, chances are there's probably things in there that you overlooked and you might not have been thinking about. So watch it as a refresher, but if you feel very, very confident, feel free to skip that, although I'd recommend that you watch it. Then we'll go over literally everything that I know and have accumulated, not just for clipping content, but overall in my YouTube journey just as a whole. So every tip that I've come up with and I know of, we'll go over in the next section. Then we'll move on to monetization. So not just how you monetize immediately, but about 10 to 12 ways that you can monetize over the long haul of your channel in the beginning, but also for a long term, so you can continue to monetize in a number of different ways, because a lot of people know about ad revenue, but not a lot of people know about the other ones, okay? Then we'll move on to the editing section. So Shotcut, Adobe Premiere Pro, both editing sections down there, full courses on both softwares, because obviously you're going to be clipping a lot of content in this course. So you should be, kind of master the softwares, and I'll make sure that you do in those actual sections. And then we'll move on to the most frequently asked questions that I usually get when it comes to, YouTube and stuff like that, to preemptively handle them for students, so you might not have that question. But if you guys have any questions throughout the entirety of this process, do not hesitate to reach out. I would love to answer them for you and make sure that you have it down. So let's jump in to the next section.